We're not done with oral history lessons here.
Okay, oral history. So, as you know, I spent a lot of time in Iceland, and when I was a very young man, I was herding sheep up on the northern fjords in Iceland, and the farmers would tell rhymed poems, long poems. They called Rimur, and there was a story about a Finnish colonel in the late 1930s in the Finno-Russian War, and what would happen is all of Scandinavia was involved in Finland's defense of itself. And the stories would come to Reykjavik, and it would be published once a week in more times than that, in Morgunbladet, but once a week the newspaper would come up to Húnavatnssýsla in the north, and then the farmers would read it, pass the newspaper around, and they composed a reamer about this colonel. I can't remember his name exactly, something like Pentakaya, I don't know, whatever, and he held off the Russians. So many years later, when I was with my sheep and the farmers, they told me the reamer of the colonel. And then, and I always wanted to, it's a wonderful oral history thing, and the narrative which is based on it. And then I was at one of the Peeps dinner, and I was talking to a woman who is a professor. She's somewhere here in Los Angeles, one of the colleges, and we were talking. She was of Finnish descent. We were talking, I told her the story of the colonel, and she said, "I'm his daughter."